I have this reoccurring dream, and I'm not just making this up. I really do have this dream where I'm trapped in a house, and I'm trying to be really really quiet because I know that there's like a horde of zombies outside. It's a very Night of the Living Dead esque, like trapped inside a house, zombies around it, and just trying not to make any noises, right? Well, meanwhile, in my dream, everybody else I'm around is like having a party or having a crisis or like making a bunch of noise, and eventually the windows get smashed or the door gets busted down, and just as like they're like, you know, on top of me, pretty much, I wake up and uh, and it brings up a kind of an interesting thing. You know, I'm sure people have noticed that there's kind of like this uh, reemergence of the genre, the zombie genre. You know, like something that was kind of like a cult classic kind of genre has become kind of a mainstream genre. You know, with Zombieland and God forbid Resident Evil, and of course, George A. Romero has done a couple of attempts in more recent years, like Land of the Dead, Diary of the Dead, um, Survivor of the Dead. Don't see that movie. That movie's horrible. Diary of the Dead's all right. I kind of like that like POV thing. Anyways, so here's why I think the zombie genre is kind of like big again, and I think it has a lot to do with um, how our society, our culture is. Obviously George A. Romero was trying to make a comparison to society when he made his, you know, Night, Day, and Dawn of the Dead. But I think it shows that people are afraid of people feel that people feel a lack of control. I think that's one of the things that the zombie aspect like kind of brings out. Lack of control around of the society around them. And they're also afraid of just the carnage of chaos. As it seems, there's so many things that we're unsure of with people being afraid of terrorist attacks, domestic or otherwise, or the economy, or people are really, I think right now, really unsure of their people who represent them, and they're not trusting of them. So I think that there's a lot of like, there's a fear in the back of everyone's head that everything's going to crash down and there's going to be like riots and chaos. Um, I think also that people feel that the people around them are brainless, like a zombie, and they're consumers. They just like a zombie consumes brains not for nourishment but just from out of instinct, and it just gluttons on brains. It'll just keep eating it. At least in I think the Romero zombie. Such as people I think see that as like society is kind of like that. Consumerism is just like to the point of gluttony. To the point where we're throwing food away and we're you know getting fat over it and stuff. Everyone else is starving. So yeah, I think that's just something I was thinking about, and I think at least when I have that dream, I know that what my fear is of the fear of lack of control, or the fear of knowing something and being unable to stop other people from, I don't know, lack of control, I think is what it is. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to say. I know, kind of weird. Tell me what you think. Let me know, comment, subscribe. I'm going to be doing a lot of these videos, so please support, talk to me. I am bored. Peace.